Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Start the car, D. How y'all doing? It is Wednesday. It's hump day. It's hump day. See my thumbnail. It's hump day. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully Target to pick up my Dash Mini Bundt cake maker. You know, because here's the thing. When we're on this lovely journey of ours, we need cake. I'm sorry. I don't know about you, but I need cake. I have lots of little cute little, I've been making them in loaf pans, but how cute would it be to make a little Bundt cake? I know. It's the little things. It's those little things that keep us on plan. It's those little things that make us happy. Happy people don't murder their husbands, in the words of Elle Woods. They don't. Happy, when you're happy and excited, you do great things. But when you're miserable, sad, feeling denied, you don't make great choices. You don't. I know I've been in both places, because originally, you know, we've all been through how many versions of WW have we been on? Oh, can't even tell you how many I've been on. But the last few I remember very vividly. And I just wasn't excited. It just kind of like you went through the motions some days. You know, you bought all the right things. But if you're not excited about your plan and your food, you're just kind of stagnant. You know, and you kind of get, you know. I always say that, like, if you don't follow the plans the way they're supposed to be followed, we do our version of the plan. My leader always used to say, "Are you doing your version of the plan or WW's version of the plan?" And I mean, I do my version of the plan as well as WW's. I just kind of tweak theirs slightly, but not to the point where it's unrecognizable. I am following the plan pretty much for the letter. But you know, when we start the, you know, meal skipping, eating less points, being afraid to eat our weeklies, you fall into a pit. And that pit is something you can't get out of very easily, because you can't. Because when you get out of that pit, you've put on weight, and then you're blaming the plan and not the fact that you just put yourself in a pit. But you have to be excited about your food. And remember my care. What's the first letter? C. And repeat after me. Commit. We have to commit. And if we all want lifestyle changes, that's what we have to do. I say lifestyle changes versus being on a diet, because diets are temporary. We want to be able to maintain our loss, because in the end, that is the goal. The goal isn't really to lose. The goal is to maintain that loss. Because if we can't maintain it, we've just wasted precious time. Time is something you can't get back. And it's pretty, you know, I can tell you from experience, it comes back pretty easily if we don't follow correctly. I mean, if we think we know what we're doing and we sit there and we say, well, I'm just going to do this, and then, you know, in a couple more weeks, you know, get enough weight off, and I'll just, you know, then I'll go and I'll eat, you know. But you can't go back to eating your old ways, because that's what put the weight on you to begin with. So you have to really commit to the change. I'm not saying you can't have a splurge here or there, because you can. You absolutely can. And it's, you know, because you fit it in and you planned it. If you know you're going to, I say this a million times, and sometimes I feel like I repeat myself way too much, but there are such points that I feel like I drill them enough that you will definitely start to absorb it, and you'll get it. That if you're going out to dinner, plan that dinner now, before you've had breakfast. And a lot of times, if we go out to a specific restaurant, if they have an online menu, most places you can get an online menu. Look at my tea, I did. Okay. And then I like to pick out my food before we go. And I know menus are changing because of COVID. They have smaller menus, but we got a standard option that, or they pretty much can make you, if it's a standard thing, like, you know, I can't think off the top of my head right now. But I plan it, and number one, I don't have to go there, look at the menu, and then be, you know, swayed to somewhere else. So then I track that, so I know what I have left for the rest of my day. And it could be, and if it's a high point meal, you might have to dip into your weeklies. That's what they're for, to dip into when you need them. it's not something you just don't touch. Because what's the point of having something that you can't use? It's kind of, defeats the purpose. You definitely can dip into your weeklies. That's what they're there for. They designed the plan, actually, for us to eat all of our weeklies and still lose. That was their goal. As far as I can tell, that was their goal. Because if it wasn't, then they would be like in big trouble. Because there's a lot of chubby girls out there eating everything that they can. Just saying. So yes, eat, dip into those weeklies. And I am a person who encourages snacking, especially in the beginning, because you can't go from overeating to not eating anything. How's that going to work? So if you gradually get into the plan with throwing some snacks in there, even maybe a little, sweet treat after dinner. There's sweet treats you can make for very low points. If you haven't checked out the ones I posted, there's tons out there. And you know me, I'm a one and done girl. I love my mugs because honestly, I can't have that kind of stuff around. I've yet to be able to master the art of not coming back. Yeah. Sneaking in at night when I think nobody's watching. Who am I kidding? I don't know. But yeah. So if I only make one, then I don't go back because there's nothing there to go back to. That's why I love individual bag chips, because I could count them out. Sure I could. But I'm going to miscount. I'm going to throw a few in the old pile. It's just how it goes. And it is who I am. And that's, you get to the point where you are who you are. You can't, that's why I can't reinvent myself, so I just make mug cakes. And soon, mini bundt cakes. Oh, I can't wait. I don't know what I'm going to put in there first. I don't know. I'm so super excited. Maybe I'll put the little cheesecakes in there too, like a cheesecake bundt. Or breakfast bundt. Oh my gosh, yes. The possibilities are endless with this little bundt thing. So I can do a breakfast bundt for one. Oh, sometimes it has to be about us. I say this all the time. We spoil everybody else. Sometimes we just spoil ourselves. And if it's cute little gadgets like a mini waffle maker, a mini bundt cake maker, well then so be it. It's little things like this that keep you on plan, keep you motivated. I am into those TikTok rap crunch things, those rappy things. Oh my gosh, am I obsessed. It's driving myself nuts. I think about the pizza one constantly. It's so amazingly delicious, and you can change it up by what you put inside. Yesterday I did pepperoni, mushrooms, and onions, sauce and cheese. It was delicious, so satisfying, so yummy, and so different, because I haven't made anything like that in forever. So yeah, sometimes changing something up like that. Now, I've eaten many a wrap. I eat those wraps all the time. But when you put it in that form and you wrap it up and then you put it on the grill and you melt the cheese inside, yeah, it's a game changer. It just makes your lunch feel a little bit more exciting. And more excited people make good choices. So I was excited. I had a really good lunch. I even threw a bag of veggie chips in there because I could. So, yep. Really get excited about our food. Get excited. And know that you can eat good stuff. It might take a little bit of work. I'm not going to lie about that. Yeah, it does take thought, work, and we're, like I said, we all have it in us, especially a lot of us who love food. What are the flavors you love? What are the things and then you just sit there and find a low point version and ways to cut it back with, you could use Pam spray instead of butter. You could use monk fruit instead of sugar. And please use your spices. You just can use your spices up the wazoo, and extracts. And it's just, there's so many things, but you have to commit to it. I see a lot of people will mention, I get this a lot. I'm good through breakfast and lunch, and then I blow it at dinner. Sometimes you need to pre-plan your dinner or save the massive amount of points for dinner. So if you don't want to take any points in snacks, then try to just have fruit and vegetables for your snacks. So I don't feel that they're satiating enough, quite honestly. Yeah, fruit and veggies just don't do it for me. I need something high in protein. And there's really not much protein in fruit and vegetables. So I'm more of a protein gal for my snacks. I just need, you need to feel like you've eaten something. And to me, your vegetables and fruit are eating water. And that just makes me hungrier, honestly. It does. So I kind of, if I'm going to have fruit, it's going to have peanut butter on it. Because it has to. Because if I don't, I'm going to be like, finish that and I'm going to want something else. So that's just my 2 cents on that. But definitely save more points. And, weigh your food so you know what you're exactly eating and measuring, like potatoes and all that. So you know what you have. Sometimes you're giving yourself, taking too many points and you're not eating the correct amount. You're eating less and you're counting it for too much. That's what the scale's for, especially for avocado. But yes, I want you to enjoy, I say this all the time, enjoy, care, commit, ask yourself why, remember why, reimagine, reinvent your food, and reinvent the way you think of dieting as calling it a lifestyle. You're not on a diet. Eat, enjoy what you're doing, because if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to do it. You're just going to go through the motions for how many weeks. All of a sudden you'll be off and back to where you were in the beginning. And I don't want to see that. I want to see you all succeed. I want to see you all reach the goals that you want, because that's, but yet I want you to see there, and I want you to see you enjoying your food. In looking forward to lunch and to breakfast. I look forward to breakfast. I look forward to lunch. I look forward to dinner. I don't sit there and dread it. Really, and if you have a hard time finding, there's so many places out there to get good recipes. There's more now than ever. When I first started several years ago, there wasn't anything. You got Pound Dropper, you got Emily Bites, you got Skinny Taste, you got Drizzle Me Skinny. All these people are making really good meals. And they're good because people are doing them. So, they're good. So they're successful. And 90 of them have, I think pretty much all of them have been on the WW plan. I know Pound Dropper was. I know Drizzle Me Skinny was. I'm not sure about Emily Bites. I don't really know her backstory, but they're making good food. And a lot of them have casserole type things. If you'd rather have a one pan recipe, they're there. You just have to put the time and the work in to look them up. Some things don't fall in our laps. Sometimes we have to work for it. You do. I'm not gonna lie and say, it'll just fall into your lap. No, you gotta work for it. Nothing good comes easy, that's for sure. So I am at school, doing my parking space. There's the school, if you can see it in the background. There it is. I am here. I don't want to go in, but I thank you for joining me on my ride in today. It's always a pleasure spending my 12 minutes with you. Have a great rest of your day. If you haven't already subscribed, there's a subscribe button. If you know anybody that this vlog, my channel, my food can help, please feel free to share it. Invite them to Tea with D. I'd love to have them. Have a great rest of your day. Thumbs up. Bye-bye.